Hi Year 5. So you've already done your plan. You should have done. So watch the other video first if you haven't already, because we're doing double English today and instead of doing some afternoon activities. So now you're going to, after planning what your story is going to be about, and mine's going to be about going back in time, you're going to plan your characters. So I've already said that one of my characters is Alex. And that's my main character. So, obviously, use a ruler. For Alex, I'm not going to spend ages on art trying to get it right. If you love art, you can take a bit more time to draw what he looks like. But like we do in guided reading, I'm going to think about his characteristics, and it might be linked to the way that he dresses or whatever. And that's certainly going to be the case for my other main character, the scary teacher. But for Alex, I've written down some ideas. I'm just going to have a look at them. So, look, Alex, he's missing his friends. So the reason he's smiling, he's missing his friends. Hopefully that's clear. Missing his friends. So the reason he's smiling is because it's his first day back at school and he's excited to see them. So he's excited. He loves reading. And he's a really good reader. And he's read, I'm going to leave some space for my other character here. So Tom's Midnight Garden that I mentioned earlier. And that's about going back in time. Maybe he's also read something like Moondial. Also very similar to Tom's Midnight Garden. That's why I thought of it. Should be a capital because it's the name of the book. Moondial. Also similar sort of book going back in time. Maybe some other, you might think of something else that's relevant. So if you're writing about the teachers turning into aliens, then maybe your main character might be quite interested in space or something. And so it's kind of linking your character to the events that happen. If they're really into science and robots and things, maybe the teachers turn into robots. So you can link it in that way, which will just cement it, make it flow better. He's curious, and this is going to be important that he's curious because that's how he's going to explore and find out how to solve the problem that he has. He likes telling people, he likes to educate other people, so he likes to tell his friends what he knows. And that's how he's going to help plan some kind of solution. So his character is linked to the behaviour that he's going to show in the story. Now, the other main character is going to be the teacher. Oh, I haven't got a name for the teacher. I think it's this, shall I have a man or a woman? I'm going to have a man. Mr. What sounds really strict. I'm not sure. I'm going to come back to that. A really strict sounding name because he's going to be very strict. Now, the way I draw him is going to be important. It's still going to be a stick man because I'm not going to spend ages on drawing, but it's going to be important because I'm going to describe him in my story. So he's going to have a very long face with his eyes are going to be quite close together. Small beady eyes. Beady. Had to think about how to spell that. I think that's right. Beady. Was it beady eyes? He's got beady eyes. He's wearing a mortarboard hat that they used to wear in the olden days, which is a bit of a clue for Alex that he's gone back in time as well. And he has very pursed small lips. Can you see just from my dots? I've basically drawn dots, but you can see what kind of character he is just from that, because he's got small pursed lips. That's like that. Pursed lips. It's what I do when I'm really annoyed with someone. I go like that. When I'm thinking How can I punish this person? So that's what he's doing all the time. Small pursed lips. So rather than saying how he feels, we're thinking how we're going to show it. So how am I going to show that he's fierce? I'm going to write fierce. I before E except after C. I don't know why I did EI. I before E except after C. There we go. He's fierce, but rather than saying he is fierce, I'm going to show he's fierce by the way he looks. He's going to wear a big gown, like they used to in the olden days, in their strict Victorian schools. And of course, he's going to be holding a cane. So he's got his mortarboard. He's always angry. But again, I'm showing that by the look on his face, maybe his eyebrows. Don't want to smudge this now, so it's quite tricky. His eyebrows. See, his eyebrows are like that. He's frowning. And so on. Okay, then, I'm looking at the wrong place. Oh, he's got clenched fists. So I'm thinking, how is he showing that he's not nice? He's got clenched fists. And he's holding, so I'll write clenched. His fists are clenched. And he's holding chalk. Because, of course, in the olden days, they had blackboards, not the fancy boards that we have now. He tuts a lot. Tut, I don't know how you spell tut. Is it two T's? Tuts. And he, tutting has two T's. I know that. Okay. He's tutting. He's got a loud, sharp tone in his voice. So we think about what's his voice like. Sharp voice. Okay, so really thinking, how am I showing what he's like? So lots and lots of description of your nasty character. If it's an alien or a robot or whatever it is, lots and lots of description to show not just what he looks like, but actually how he behaves and what he's thinking. So if you think, actually, I haven't said what colour his hair is or anything like that, although you can include that, the things I've described, I haven't said he's got brown eyes or blue eyes, I've said he's got beady eyes. I haven't mentioned his eyebrows, but I could now talk about his eyebrows as well, which I've drawn there. So really thinking his eyebrows are furrowed and frowning. He's got a cane in his hand. He's got a long gown. He's got clenched fists, a sharp voice. So all of those things tell me about the character rather than really just describing what he looks like. But you can have lots of adjectives describing what he looks like as well. You might then have other characters. So down here I might draw, I'm not going to do it now, but other characters like you often see Kevin when you arrive at school. So is Kevin going to look different? Maybe he looks kind of like Kevin because he's actually Kevin's great granddad or something. But he's dressed differently. Instead of wearing his yellow coat, he's got old-fashioned clothes on, maybe a waistcoat, maybe smart shorts. He's got a cap, a flat cap, things like that. Maybe instead of Molly, the sweet little dog, we've got a guard dog, fierce and growling on the end of a chain. So really changing little things like that. Okay, have fun.